If you're over 50, I want to ask you a difficult question. What if I told you that muscle loss doesn't begin when you become too weak to walk? It begins much earlier than that. It begins when standing up feels slightly harder than it did last year, when you begin choosing the closest parking space without realizing why, when you stop trusting your balance, and eventually when your world quietly becomes smaller than it used to be. The frightening part is this. Most people don't notice these changes while they're happening. They simply call it aging. But what if it isn't just aging? What if your muscles have been warning you for years? Today, I'm going to show you the 5 warning signs of muscle loss after 50 that most people completely ignore. And please don't think of these as bad news. Think of them as an opportunity, because muscle remains remarkably responsive throughout life when we give it the right signals. Stay until warning sign number 1, because it isn't really about your muscles at all. It's about protecting something far more valuable, your independence. Let's begin. Warning sign number 5. Standing up isn't as easy as it used to be. Think about how many times you stand up every single day. From your bed, your favorite chair, your dining table, your car. Now ask yourself honestly, are you still doing it as effortlessly as you did 5 years ago? Perhaps you've started pushing off with your hands. Perhaps you lean forward a little more than before. Or perhaps you've simply accepted that getting up takes more effort now. Many people ignore this sign because it happens gradually. But lower body strength is one of the strongest predictors of maintaining physical function as we age. In fact, the chair stand test is commonly used by healthcare professionals to assess lower body strength in older adults. This isn't about how much weight you can lift in the gym. It's about whether your muscles are still capable of supporting the life you want to live. The good news? Strength is one of the most trainable qualities of the human body, even later in life. This warning sign isn't a sentence. It's simply your starting point. Warning sign number 4. You're planning your day around sitting down. Have you started noticing where the nearest chair is? Do you sometimes say no to plans simply because you're too tired? Do you avoid longer walks simply because you know you'll need to rest afterward? This isn't laziness. It's often an energy problem. Muscle isn't only responsible for movement, it's also one of the body's largest metabolic tissues. Healthy muscles help us perform everyday activities more efficiently. When muscle strength begins declining, everyday life becomes more physically expensive. The same activities require more energy than they once did. And slowly, without realizing it, we begin organizing our lives around resting instead of living. That's when our world starts becoming smaller. Thankfully, your body adapts remarkably well to regular movement and strength training. Small improvements in strength often create meaningful improvements in energy and endurance. Never underestimate what stronger muscles can give back to your daily life. Warning. Sign number 3. You're walking slower than before. Here's something fascinating. Many geriatric specialists refer to walking speed as a vital sign of healthy aging, because walking speed reflects much more than your legs. It reflects your strength, balance, coordination, endurance, and overall physical function. I'm not talking about choosing to walk slowly. I'm talking about discovering that your body wants to walk more slowly than it once did. Perhaps other people have started walking slightly ahead of you. Perhaps you've started shortening your stride without realizing it. These changes matter, not because walking slowly is bad, but because mobility is one of the greatest predictors of maintaining independence later in life. Your future isn't determined by how old you are. It's influenced by how well you continue moving. And fortunately, mobility is trainable. Your muscles don't know your age. They simply respond to the work they're asked to do. Warning sign number 2. You no longer trust your balance. When was the last time you stood on one foot without thinking about it? When was the last time you walked downstairs without automatically reaching for the railing? Real balance isn't tested when everything goes according to plan. It's tested when something unexpected happens. A slippery floor, a missed step, a moment of distraction. That's when your muscles must react within fractions of a second. Researchers have found that muscle power often declines earlier than muscle size itself as we age. And muscle power plays an important role in helping us recover from small losses of balance. Please don't misunderstand me. Using a railing isn't a weakness, it's wisdom. But losing confidence in your own body deserves your attention because confidence affects far more than movement. It affects the choices we make every single day. Strong muscles don't simply help us move better, they help us trust ourselves again. Warning sign number 1. Your world is becoming smaller than it used to be. This is the most important warning sign of all. Muscle loss isn't really about losing muscle, it's about losing possibilities. Perhaps you've stopped traveling as much, playing with your grandchildren, taking longer walks after dinner, saying yes to things that once brought you joy. Most people don't lose their independence overnight. They slowly negotiate it away. First, they stop doing difficult things, then inconvenient things, eventually enjoyable things, and one day, their world is smaller than they ever imagined it would become. Please hear me when I say this. These warning signs are not predictions of your future. They are invitations to change it. Researchers consistently associate maintaining muscle strength and physical function with healthier and more independent aging. Your story isn't finished yet, and protecting your future begins much sooner than most people realize. Before we finish, the beautiful thing about everything we've discussed today is this: your body is still listening. It is never asking for perfection, only consistency. Every healthy choice you make today becomes an investment in tomorrow's independence, and that investment begins with very simple things. Your daily routine. Walk for 20 to 30 minutes daily. Perform simple strength exercises at least 3 times each week. Include adequate protein throughout the day according to your nutritional needs. Practice safe balance exercises near a stable surface. Avoid unnecessary inactivity whenever possible. Small signals create remarkable changes over time. The 14-day challenge. For the next 14 days, don't focus on becoming younger. Focus on becoming stronger. Pay attention to how easily you stand up, how confidently you walk, how much energy you have at the end of the day. Write down what you noticed today and compare it again 14 days from now. Progress isn't measured against other people. It's measured against the person you were yesterday. One day, someone may ask you what the secret to aging well really is. I hope your answer isn't good luck or good genetics. I hope it's something much simpler than that. I never stopped giving my body a reason to stay strong. Because growing older isn't about becoming less capable. It's about becoming more intentional about the things we choose to protect. Protect your strength. Protect your confidence. Protect your independence. Because your strongest years aren't necessarily behind you. Some of them may still be waiting for you. And that future begins with the choices you make today.